Hello, welcome back to Jen's Favorite Things. It's been ages. I'm excited. Hopefully you are too. So every week I'm going to bring you one of my favorite things at the moment. It could be something to do with food, drink, some kind of, concept I've learned, a book I'm reading, whatever it is, you're going to love it, hopefully. So let me know where you are watching from and if you also love this thing in the comments. And I'm sitting outside today because it is so lovely and warm here in Wollongong. Spring has sprung and I'm excited. All right, so ready? Now, the smell of these things just makes me think back to my amazing, fun, sunny New Zealand summers. Yes, New Zealand does get hot. It definitely got very hot in the 80s and has cooled down slightly, but we definitely had amazing summers. So just smelling these things just takes me back to those heady summer days. And of course, the first bite just zooms me back there even quicker. And I just feel so good just taking a bite of these things. So what do you think I'm talking about? Let me know in the comments. Here we go. Strawberries. Strawberries. I have so many of them and I'll tell you why in a second. Strawberries. Oh my gosh. They are one of my favorite things in the whole world and they are back. The reason why I have so many, and I've got more in the kitchen, is they're $1.50 a punnet right now. So I think I've bought about 15 in the last few days. So get yourself out to the supermarket or your local fruit and veg shop and grab some because they are fresh, they are high in season, so they are super, super, super cheap. They're so sweet and yummy and ripe. I am so excited. So I'm going to share with you a little bit about why I love strawberries. Yes, they taste good. They look amazing. They're a sexy fruit. They're just beautiful, but they also have amazing health properties, as I'm sure you guys know. So I'm going to outline those today. So they're really, really high in antioxidants. We know that they're really high in vitamins, especially those phytonutrients that come from any kind of fruit or veg that has that really dark, rich color. Hi, Tundi. They're also really high in fiber. And I like to call them nature's lollies because unlike actual lollies, the sugar in the fruit doesn't do bad stuff to your body because of the fiber. So what happens is the fiber makes all the glucose and the fructose kind of absorb a lot slower so that your body can use those things, the sugars, like the glucose and the fructose, for fuel for your body, for energy. It can actually use it before it then gets stored, or rather than it just storing as fat. So if we just had plain lollies, there's no fiber in lollies, so the sugar in there is going to store really, really quickly and turn into fat. That's not going to happen when you have fruit with a high amount of fiber in it. So that's why I love fruit, and especially why I love strawberries. It's just smart. As well as being heart-shaped, I'm going to find one that is a heart shape. They are actually good for the heart. So a recent study in America got healthy individuals to consume a pound or about half a kilo of strawberries every day, and it found that it actually reduced their cholesterol levels. So the jury's still a little bit out on whether strawberries do reduce cholesterol, but that study is one of the latest out there, and I'm pretty happy with that. I feel like we can start saying that now, so that's really exciting. Also, they have been known to fight cancer. We know that antioxidants really help with cancer or help reduce the risk of getting cancer. But the reason why I learnt is that there's a phytonutrient in the strawberry called ellagic acid. Maybe I've said that wrong. ELLAGIC acid. Hey, Paul. And that acid is actually in the little seeds. And so those seeds have been known to help in the prevention of cancer. So that is pretty cool. But my biggest reasons why I love strawberries, besides the taste and how they look, is of course the effect they have on your mood, which I'm so passionate about. So the reason why is there's actually, I had to write this down. What happens is when we eat certain foods, especially quite a lot of meat, an amino acid called homocysteine actually forms in our brain and kind of builds up in our brain. And what happens is when that builds up in our brain, it actually starts to block the production of those happy hormones, serotonin and dopamine. And we don't want that, right? We want those hormones to be running around in our brains at a high level and not being kind of blocked or taken back up again, because they make us feel really good. And when we feel good, life is good, right? So that amino acid homocysteine actually is prevented from building up in the brain in these strawberries. And we get a lot of that build up from eating too much meat and lots of other things. And it also helps, that whole process helps the prevention of heart disease as well. So back to the heart-shaped strawberry there, helping our heart. So, hey Helen, hey Tundi, hey Paul, thank you so much for watching. All right, so that is what I love about strawberries. Get yourself, I do not work for supermarkets or fruit and veg shops, but get yourself down to one today, because they're going to sell out pretty quick. They are $1.50 a punnet at one of the big supermarkets. I bought about 15. Go get some before I go and grab more. I gave hubby a container to take to work. I put them in the school boys, in the boys' lunch boxes. And I'm really going to try and prevent myself baking with something with strawberries. How much strawberries shall we eat? Well, they're fairly low in carbs, and obviously I talked about how the fiber helps the sugar actually not kind of store in our body and turn into fat. So you can actually have quite a nice amount of strawberries per day, but it obviously really does depend on your goals. So I have about 100 to 200 grams is quite a nice amount, or kind of like a handful, but I'm probably going to be like triple dosing on that today, and that's okay. I'm happy with that. All right. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. See you next week for another edition of Jen's Favorite Things. If you've got something you want me to feature or try first and then feature, let me know, and I'll give it a plug. All right. Love you guys. Bye.